I think that the first thing that you can do is to be aware of your energy use. So probably the majority of your costs this summer will be in trying to keep your home cool, especially if you have centralized air conditioning systems. My name is Lisa Iulo. I am a faculty member I'm a professor of architecture at Penn State, and I direct the Hamer Center for Community Design in the Stuckeman School at the College of Arts and Architecture. Rather than thinking about keeping the cool in, let's start with keeping the heat out. So I think that during the day, if you have direct sunlight coming into your home, that's bringing a lot of heat in as well. So you can install curtains or window treatments, or if you already have them in place, to close them during the hottest time of the day so that that heat isn't entering in the first place. Even better is if you can shade that sun from the outside with an awning or a shading device over top of your windows, or as a longer term strategy, consider planting a deciduous tree, which will work during the summer to shade that sunlight, but it also has benefits of health and happiness for just the occupants of the home being able to look out and see that tree. So that can create a lot of benefits. And then in the wintertime, the leaves fall off the tree and the sunlight can come in and the heat can enter when you want that heat in your home. The peak time in terms of heat is going to be in the late afternoon into about bedtime, so from 4 to 9 o'clock or so. These are also exactly the same times that you're coming home, you're getting settled into the evening, maybe you're cooking dinner. So there's a lot going on and we're using a lot of energy during that time. So if you can be aware and kind of rotate your schedules a little bit so that during the hottest time of the day when your air conditioning is working hardest, if you can maybe choose to do your laundry at another time of the day, then potentially you can help to balance things out. The other thing that I would really recommend is that people keep their equipment well maintained, that they follow the instructions, that they change out filters before the start of the cooling season, and that they just make sure everything is in good condition, because if the equipment is maintained, it's probably going to run more efficiently. So an optimal temperature is to, keep it as warm as you can tolerate it. So some of the data is that I've heard is for every 1 degree that you increase the thermostat or keep it a little bit warmer during the cooling season, is a 1% savings in terms of electricity. So if you increase your temperature by, from 70 degrees to 80 degrees, potentially you could save 10% in energy. What the general recommendation is that if you're going to just set your thermostat and leave it set at a consistent temperature, to think about keeping it around 78 degrees. When you're home, you can program your thermostat to be at the level that is most comfortable for you. But if you're not going to be in your home for several hours, you can program it to be that 10 degrees warmer and save cost on energy during that time period that you're not home. So I think using a programmable thermostat is a really good way to set your thermostat and your comfort level along with your cycles and the way that you live most comfortably in your home. Probably what I would recommend against is frequently turning it off and then turning it back on again, because that is going to potentially cause your system to have to work really hard to get back up to the temperature that you would like it to be, in which case it's using more energy and that is going to cost you more. Cooking creates a lot of heat. So during the hottest point of this summer, if you can use your grill outside and avoid roasting and baking during the hottest time of day, again, you're going to be keeping the heat out. The same thing can go for other appliances, like clothes dryers can generate a lot of heat. So if you can choose to do your laundry at a cooler time of day, you can keep some of that heat down, or better yet, maybe hang your clothing outside to dry and eliminate introducing heat at all. So fans are wonderful if you have them in your home because, again, it helps to keep air moving. It helps to keep you more comfortable. So if you have fans, I recommend that you use them. And also, ceiling fans often have 2 settings on them. So in the summertime, it's really helpful to have the fan run in the counterclockwise rotation, because that will help to push the cool air down and keep that cooler air moving across your room and over your skin, helping to keep you cooler in the summertime. So if you have some budget to spend, the first thing, and this is sometimes counterintuitive because we think about weatherization and adding insulation and air sealing as something that we do in the winter time to keep drafts out, to keep that cold air from coming in, from keep heat escaping. But that phenomena called infiltration is the same in the summertime. It's just the opposite. So what we're working to do is to keep the hot air from coming in and to keep that cool air that we're spending money and electricity to generate from going out.